mpacho se wukowura edan a yesidi nyankopon edin atoso no wukowura sa dan ni mu no enche so obekọ heaven
dieti ena wo e was so kwaso Rev Emmanuel Boachie, a country director, Awesome Bible College, and head pastor, Source Pasture Church. Asofia Chiansi, North.
Exactly the point. I know the Obende. I am yasa your description no. So oh bibisa woka e dey afa your district a kwan ho asem na woka. It's unfortunate ka woka so most school papa bi oho ana friends mobile company papa bi oho ana mo kwan na kama. It's unfortunate said this is our description, but there is nothing that we can do about it.
Omo ye demo no so mo anyi bi wo e na so fofo ne asore ba no mo ye demo no anamatwe mo ho adno so affect mu nyina.
Oh yes, in fact in this country say ABI or demonstration I be me pastor metimi awura bia and your pornography now or yi no TV so na sa anyom bone na
o Ghana ha.
Oh yes,
TV station be
oh me say you see take your time if I don't see sir obi post to nude pictures ne these things what do you call them pornography. So me as a pastor, as a Christian, me will be to demonstrate against that. But kwan dey fine is important, but anyama a destroy nation immorality.
Okay.
Exactly. The fear of God and no any development a brand nation be any group of people be anti no near there pastor me for
me metu kan akra bi.
Okay.
But me tu kwan no mo say yesum nyame wo Ghana se be bia.
Oh, there be just any papa sorry our Ghana a chamber be and yes nyame. In fact, yes, exactly. The statistics I was Ghana hano your friends almost 70% Christians, you know. But a deception. Actual people are only Christians. Because in Yamisro for Ghana hano. We are not even up to 12%. And the Ghana is not a Christian country, but it's not like that. Now, let me tell you something. Sir, Oko nation be now who know and sorry dying bebre, now who pastors bebre around that. And just say Yankopon a free sad nation and our free. Temples bebre and a good sign for Christianity.
Papa, my different revelation altogether.
Sir,
my no, Martin, sorry, and I'm multi branches. The branches bear 15, bear 150 across the country. Be a honor.
But odeti. The point is say, sir, here church history. So, Oberhunu say, a place like England, Britain, time and Christosum are very strong. Or now who sorry dine be. Sir, ope baby abehu a Christopher Trudeau but all Islamic countries and communist countries no, because true believers no, they are being persecuted and they hide in secret places a home of worship. Once the church started with Jerusalem, they didn't have temples. Time I called taking those places, they didn't have temples, they were hiding in places worshiping. Until any time be a true believers are around no, they are being persecuted and you won't see them. The moment I open a church, I'm manifested on the surface, Say, I'm in free nation, be more. He lives behind temples. Now, we're clergymen, or more sophisticated theologians. No, my manage. My friend, religious museums. It is those pastors who see them. Religious museums are. Or more what they call themselves clergymen. They are tall guys. They will only tell you the history of the church, the founders of the church. And but they haven't experienced the founders' God of those churches.
Facebook. But of penny bra. What are you joining your Facebook? ASANTEMAN 107.3. ASANTEMAN FM 107.3. YouTube, Facebook. Joining on a pay. Na ebeshe sofo. Then so what say sorry na yehu no edo so no na nyame ehom free mu dia.
Me say either say nyankopon were free ho ekokra Ghana ha either say nyankopon were free ha kokra and say he's about to leave this country.
Who is saying? Or is he still with us and now about to leave?
Maybe say nyankopon ne 9 on say 2 legs.
Yeah.
Say ebia otua ebia we 2 ba kokko and he's ready to just take the other one.
Then the question is, amount for better manase ba sorry. Edi no ba sorry dem.
Great. This is a great question. Pastor ni dwumadi a odi no, that isn't what is happening in this nation. Sir, pastor obiba church message it was all the many pano. A message a be transforming a nipa no moral life. Now obe introduce nipa no to Christ. The message we preaching is supposed to be about the prophecies about Jesus Christ, his birth, his ministry, his crucifixion, his burial and his resurrection, his ascension and his second coming, and eternal judgment and the eternity future. These are the messages that are transforming nipa. Now it is minim sa wako sorry sensema make wako ama one of these and I topic or pastor a preaching from senya some message you know na so for the mawa wa when make say you can guarantee your salvation. It is a nipa na puko asori dem bebrea. It doesn't mean they are in a church. No. You're just a social club and the pastor who is there, no, he's just an event organizer. If the pastor is not preaching Bible and Christ and the fear of God, maybe other people's question be say, Ghana ha and sorry a waha bebre no. Say a true churches are it was say it may reflect on the moral status of the nation.
Say a no kwasum pa dia.
Yes.
I was say a nyesu so on sorry man I want to mani mo so.
Me na make sure. Let me tell you something. So we had time na makion ni apostle ani mo e wa ha. Na the Church of Pentecost and the Assemblies of God and these Pentecostal churches. Na omu ni church buildings around.
And also.
Na yes, na omu wo and sorry dem no omu ye ewo wa fiefie mu no. Se ya ka se Pentecost so for back on at community bi mu a. You will really experience his influence.
Okay.
But now you see Pentecost churches all over. You see, Assemblies of God churches all over, Lighthouse and all these churches. Why is the church, the nation's moral status declining? Few true believers are Ghana Hano. And I made this country. They can turn the whole nation upside down for Christ. A Christopher omoko room no. Omo ya do omo ko as slaves. Do omo ko ye no as slaves no. Omo were masters and omo eye adwuma ma omo. And omo faith they were being persecuted by the government or the emperor or the system until obi antimi show up so we a Christian. Now so slaves we etimi spread underground. A could point be no na Christosomo abedru time the emperor no entimi dey en containing no ebio. So they started killing the leaders of the church, Paul, Peter, and those people. Omukum leaders ni nyina no Christians they didn't have leadership. But after about 250 years, they were able to dominate the whole Roman Empire. Even the Roman Emperor, no, Constantine himself, became a believer. And can you imagine, say, Emperor addresses Sunday no church? And this Emperor got to know, said, no, these people, they have got something. May say, Christopher, few people be true. Jesus Christ, or you do 12 people and they're turning the whole world upside down. Argentina, Ghana, you want this number of Christians, this number of pastors, this number of churches, this number of temples. And we still don't see the impact of Christianity here. So the air course is just a deception.
Who's say a nay? Your car sorry say for your name.
And Yamana Misusu, the entire people call Asrena obvious. Let me try to bring you something. Most studio ha.
Yeah.
Pastors on Bahano, you know what they come here to do.
Yeah.
They come here to pray, prophesy, and direct people to their churches and themselves. And yet Christ. No pastor can change anybody on this earth except Christ and the Bible. If you are not presenting Christ and the Bible to people, it's not a church. Why I didn't know Jesus Christ, the book of Revelation, now offer church, be said the synagogue of Satan. And it was a church. My name is Christ, a TC Ghana had no churches, Musa or assess churches, no. I said you assess yes, 7 churches now, what the book of Revelation are. Meaning what Jesus Christ will say about your church and your pastor and your fellow Christians in the temple of worship. If we are dealing with church, we are dealing with the New Testament.
Okay.
The Old Testament, they had a temple. The temple, no purpose, is different from the New Testament church. Yesu ka say baby a benu anaba asanhyem wo medimu na me wo ho. Very good, very good.
Politicians never nyame ni ha na.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The temple no ankasa no a your friend say na Israel for na komu no. Obon say na ewo ebre bi poti bi e na no omko ho. Omom tete ada your friends say, districts, your friend have. So that's how we put it. 3 occasions yearly, and I know what the Eba temple. Now, the main thing no is a celebration of festivals. So individually, for sacrifices. You get the whole thing. When it comes to the New Testament, when he said the New Testament Bible does not mention any temple. When it comes to say sorry Daini, and now sorry no Paul Etro letter come church, you know, come say, oh, sorry Dania Musi and now plot amakoto. Church temple is not it's not a priority as far as Christianity is concerned. There also be in the New Testament, we don't go to church because of prayer. No. We meet our church because of Christ. Let me tell you something. Of late, Christianity, prayer, in a sense, in this country, everybody goes to church to pray. And all night, you know, some people may say, some people on any girlfriend, or prayer, and they have these prophets and all these prayer camps and all those things around. They go there to pray and they have beliefs there. Because pastor no, I'm on Matia says nipe bi obebon pache nyankopon beauty. Na mama ka sem trust no kra. Empire amanfo bogu Ghana ha no. Se nyame tia. Eka wunya baby kra nante o Ghana. Exactly. Kamanfo apake cast and ekobi aware. Me say sa prayers no mo can it doesn't work. A deception. Bible say in the last days, let me tell you something. Who did this say? Paul, a free Jerusalem. Now I call baby a friend present day Turkey. Or got it 7 churches now. I try letter come. Who visa Paul Kohwa? Announcement of a you crumbs will be amra. Yeshia Bompire. He should answer it. You know, and there may be a course in this nation. People don't get it. Obia betimi ade akasas obia me bompae, but come and listen to the gospel. Come and listen a message about Christ. Few people assembly we have bompae. Empire. Sorry, but mama kasem show. Yes, what say how I see bompae. Yeah. Bible kasa bompae bi nyankopon beti. Ha. O say tie ya bompa yanka se wapedie enya asase so a Jesus himself o bompa on o gasame nyon o say erade se eka me pa ka makruwa yi mpa me Na nyame me pay open. And now this some people they pray I command. Meaning say nyame no mo commanding no. Say they are commanding blessing from wherever I don't know. Let me tell you something. Who read the Old Testament, New Testament, prayer, a plea. Prayer, and did I treat as my friend enko to sre.
Okay.
O sre mo bruhwa dia fri nyankopon ho. And people are commanding and claiming and proclaiming and releasing, and nothing is happening.
So,
yes.
What you gonna figure out? We say a man who cried, "You come on phone with you." Of course, the bear when you're when Kuruma, as a man within the chi. We so also being a girlfriend and our boyfriend with me in your Kunukura. Yeah. We soon say social garden. We soon say or cock swap or soon.
Yeah. Yeah. As of I'm saying many as of somehow kind of I'll try some address before I come to this one. Now or cancer the points of boss no. Points are and only idea or church. Your friend be contextualization. Okay. Question I used to Shamfon Busa used to know. It wasn't about church service. It wasn't about going to church. They ask about prayer. And you're quite sorry, not church service, of course. And your one liturgy, a small portion of what we are doing in the church, and a prayer. And it's our prayer, Kakrana, during the church service, how the pattern it was and yes, prayer is not the main purpose of meeting as a church. And that was my brother should understand. Okay. Say a call sorry them a baby ketua bi and mama ka se mi kire on say what study our bible mu a omo mo bom pai a nyankopon tie no ubon say it was just a short prayer
baba ne tia
yes but ubon say baby bia obi e preach no Ezra o preach from anopa akopema nwure. Okay. Paul na obi free one community ako Rome. Bible say o preach free anopa ekopem the following anopa mo bi ti soro ama o tebeto form. Yeah. Emu die hen e na Paul aya oye one of the leading pastors. ASANTEMAN FM. O play emphasis on. So we should be very careful about how Yesu ekasafa Pharisaism, Pharisaism, no Matthew chapter 23, account. What must be to come? Or some more Pharisee for more Janyankopon ashade kese na to ho. Na de enya kese no na mo focus e ka Pharisaism a ene se obe measure on minor things.
Okay.
I hope you are getting the point. Because some of you say in the New Testament, a hefa and a woman say yes to organize a prayer meeting. And in the New Testament, a hen now say all prayer counts.
That's a serious question.
And but take your time. What do you tell me? And now I saw for no, I conscientize people and the society say, so we jina we fear bomb pie and ya minty just all ba ni place wo.
Sir, Bible say the fervent prayer of the righteous man avails much.
Oh here, and he referred. Sorry, but and not or refer to. What is it? Elijah. Sampire no born him. Did he pray it in the temple? You should ask it. When anyone say even Jesus Christ or bompire or church or men can say yes or bompire. That is what I'm saying. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is say we shouldn't pick a minor thing. The major thing am I the church? Are you listening to the word of God and also making people to know Christ? Paul can something or say. Dia me pese me hunu se me hu Kristo ene ne wu sori edai emutumi woni empire bo eche jufo you should just ask it woni empire bo eche jufo. But let me tell you something. Jesus catch almost say mo ama me nchen na mo ama masam antena mu mo bewu o mo bonim mo nka me ho. Solomon I will see as all that with Jina ho epeja ne sakoso bompa me Jeffrey Subaye no. He fell. Oshiase. Bamba dote. Obi bia ni hwa ne life centered on the Bible and Christ. oni nyankopon relationship anya strong. Me say, okay, enkramofo, sorry, enkramofo abosonsomfo mo nyina mo bompae. So what is the difference between this prayer and yemekoso no? Ene sa ne man. Enu ntina wonim say, sa prayer meetings say ekoso yi. Enkramofo abosonsomfo ada ifo nyina, o nyina ko. But mameka no say nyankopon te mercy city so. If friends say ask, obi ene ne yire etwa God killed them.
Yeah.
They are also ebio Paul all kind of somebody wanted to interrupt. He cursed the person. Paul, he mentioned about 5 people's names and he cursed them. And it worked. When the Old Testament God was different from the New Testament God, it's not true. The New Testament, is about just 50 years record. And the events a woman will be unlike the Old Testament. It's about 4,000 years.
Will be the message about sends on Facebook. I saw why I
okay, that's it. Yes, I did just say a saying in an say. Obibiana Oba Church or Adjunibia or Deba. By you, the pastor, until now you're shepherd. Okay. And in Nipane bar, it was a one who use Bible. No, now they're shaping Nipano Adjuni. War and our software or directed people. No, it is Obiba Church, Nipano. Materialism and unto no deba na sadi nipa no deba na no so na wugina. It is rather the sheep that is leading the shepherd. Nipa no mbeba church ho no wo pastor no wo netwa sa wo direct omo to Christ. It apacho bebre eniema a ekoso e wo nation no horrible, terrible. Christianity is deteriorating all over the place. And until na
as of one no say mu preach here. You seem to be more religious, spiritual than even a member.
Ozo Boachie. Aso no kan me nimi de opese o kire.
Ana am yesa.
Me nimi de opese o kire.
You were tracing mu.
Unim Boachie. A true pastor. E bia ni ho no ma na sori ba betima tena kire no.
Na sori ba.
Ti asema me ken no me say a true pastor. It can never happen. It depends on sorry or cause for that you can never say that. For example, say sorry say or Paul and Peter. It can happen. You have to be very careful. Discussing who is a pastor. Obia sorry are not radio so sorry posters and these things. But I saw for mo no so but church leaders. Bible ka say o ma yansra hwefo no dodo no. He was not talking about pastors. And you have to be very careful. Pastors are but from Rev Emmanuel Boachie, so pastor church. You were at Chance Sophia, Barakasi Road. And you were awesome Bible college.
Awesome Bibles.
Yes, you were 100 campuses all over the world.
Oh, I see.
Okay, and I'm your country director. Ghana.
Oh, wow.
You shall so for your my license.
Oh, okay.
You were pastors what is it, a fellowship. You can come there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Yes, Oba abesua Bible.
Okay.
That is the whole thing.
Okay.
As of
one day, I don't know the chair. Na ya hwe say was in nyame afre me.
Although
e kwa me da fa so mu se nyame kopon kora no wo afre.
Very good. It's a serious question.
You can memorize the quotations.
That is why we have all these problems in the nation. So ukowura edan a yesi di nyankopon edi ato so no ukowura sa adan ni mu no enche so obekọ heaven.